everybody, CW here. I had my buddy stop by who goes through here once a month. He comes down to see his mom, and we like to get together one night and have dinner and chat and see how things are going. And he's got a number of bullet molds, and I've borrowed a bunch of them from him through the years. And this is one that I've borrowed from him before in the past. And I mentioned to him last month that, hey, can I borrow that MP mold for the 32? And he says, it's funny you say that because I'm going to be selling that. I said, you are? He said, yeah. He said, it's not where I want to go. It's not what I want to do with the 32. It just doesn't work out the way I thought it would. He said, so I'm going to be selling it. You interested in it? I said, 100%. Because here's the bullet here, and I'll show you. It's not your typical 32. It's more a 32 rifle kind of bullet. And these are ones that I cast up long ago. It's 140 grain 32 and available in hollow point, pentapoint, cup point, or solid. And it's a typical MP bullet shape, but I load it in the 32-20, and it's good in the 32, in the 30s too. It's only 314. I think it's 314. I got these marked 314, but I'm not sure what they drop at. But I know at least 312. We'll look at the mold here in a second. But it shoots really good in my 32-20, my single shot 32-20, I should say. They're too long for a regular 32-20. That nose section makes them way too long. They won't work in a lever action. But the 132-20 I want these for, it's a single shot, and it was made up with a British SMLE smelly barrel, so it's a 1 in 10 twist, and it likes long heavy bullets. Now these are not long bullets by any means, but when you're thinking of 32-20 bullets, they're long. And there's a bad bullet in there. I just spotted it. How did it get that far? I should have got caught when I was. See the nose? I should have caught that when I was sizing. Anyway, so he dropped off the mold, and he dropped off a nice bag of 10mm brass. These are all small primer blazer, but once fired. And I like this stuff because I leave my one Dillon. I have two Dillon 550s. I had one with small primer, one with large primer, so I didn't have to worry. But I've gotten so that I'm dedicating the large primer one to other calibers, and I'm keeping the small primer, and it's easier to just switch out dies, head, and adjust the powder measure than it is to change out the primer. So I collect them, I save them. I like the 45s and I like the 10mm because just that purpose. I don't have to change out my primer delivery system. So that's nice to have. Nice bag of primer, a nice bag of small prime brass. And then this was a surprise. Andy, you watching? Store-bought zinc bullets. Let me pause it and go grab a scale. Okay. So I grabbed a scale and I grabbed a measuring device. And let's pop one of these bullets out of here without making a big mess, and do some measuring, because they sure look big, and I can't really read the logo that's on it. So let me pause again and throw in a picture of the logo right here. So that's what that logo says right there. And here we have, this is an MP 200 grain wide flat point. This is whatever that says. It says it's 155. I don't have any, I don't understand it. So yeah, see, it's much longer. So to me, this looks like a 220 or maybe 240 in lead, but it's zinc. So let's see what we got in zinc. 155. 155 grains. And this one here is just over 204.5. So that one's probably not cast very hard for it to be so heavy. But there we go. Let's check the other dimensions here. And I don't even know who makes them. I can't read it to see who makes them. So where's my card? I got no card. I got no nothing. Well, this will work. This will work. It's just a nice way to clean your ends to be sure there's nothing in there, so that you can set it at 0, and it's set at 0. So lead bullet. Diameter comes in at 402. Overall length comes in at 650. And I can't really measure the Me-Plat with this, but we'll just throw it in there because I love Me-Plats, big Me-Plats. This looks like it's going to be about 300, 30 caliber, 305 nose. And then our zinc bullet, which is a slight bevel base. It's coming in small at 399. It's not round, but it's between 399 and 400. Overall length of the bullet is a much longer 787 long, with a very small Me-Plat of 20 caliber, 202, 203, something like that, 203 maybe. So we'll see what we can do out of them. We'll see what we can do out of them. It's a cupped base, and it's definitely beveled. Definitely bevel base. Yeah, it's 384, 383. And through the body, it's just under 400. It opens up to just 4, but it runs pretty small. So that's that. He gave me 250 of those, which is very nice of him. And let's look at the mold. The mold is an MP mold, brass, 4 cavity. And like I said, I've used it before. So it's certainly a used mold. And it's a 314, MP 314 140. And again, like I said, it's got round pins, a little bit of corrosion. It's got round pins, deep, standard, and cup points, and it's got flat points. Big boober in there, big dust ball. Little bit of lead on the edges. We'll get that all cleaned up. And it looks like the Allen wrench is loose, because this is loose. I'll tune this all up before I get it back out there. But MP molds generally you sock them down hard, because the screw is built nicely so that if the shoulder on it you don't over compress your sprue plate. So that feels pretty good. There we go, 4 cavity, And again, it's got a little bit of corrosion in there, but we'll get that cleaned up. It's not going to hurt anything right now. It's brass, so it doesn't rust, so it's a stain. And then you can see a little bit of, I'll get the bamboo out when it's hot and we'll scrape that right off. But there's the mold. Another nice M&P mold. And here's the boxes that Walter found for us that work really good. You don't have to get this crazy color. Not my favorite color. I got these kind of to tease Roger. He likes purple. And they come with this over here. So it's got a little door. So you can put little parts over here and close it up and it seals. Well, it latches, doesn't seal. The whole carton does seal. It's got a rubber seal. So when you put it on here, these things snap. It's sealed. So you conceivably could fog it in there with something to keep the moisture off it, and it would work. I like to just use a rag with mineral oil on it and then just give it a quick wrap. That's how I like to do them for long term. And they fit 4-cavity, no problem. There you go. And here are how I like to keep all the pieces parts. So if you're not familiar with M&P molds, they give you enough of these shafts for all your pins. So here we have the solid pins to make a flat point bullet. Here we have another flat point bullet. Here we have another flat point bullet. Another flat point bullet. Here we have a little penta. Put a rod on that one. Cross shaft on that one. And again, there's only one way that these are supposed to go. If you look at these close, see that? It's just a round piece of steel that's threaded. You turn it all the way over. See those flats? Those flat sides? That's machined that way to accept the pin inside. So there, that'll get you there's that penta point. I'll get you a penta point. And I was mistaken. There is no cups. Just hollow point, penta, and solid. But it makes a nice bullet, and it shoots really well for me. And I enjoy it. So I'm glad I called when I did, because it might have been lost. I'd have had to order a new one. And then, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, some extra E-clips. He's pretty generous with the E-clips, and rightfully so, because as they get heated up, they do lose their temper and can come off. I should have showed you there. You don't need to put them all on. I only put them on away from the slot. The slot being where the handles attach, because if you put them on close to where the handles attach, they interfere with the handles opening and closing. And they always include Allen wrenches. So there's the 2 Allen wrenches. And he apparently ordered some of the MP mold sprue plate lube, which is probably just 2-cycle oil, and it's sealed. See, it's colored, looks like it's blue. So it's probably all that is. Synthetic 2-cycle. So there we go. The Allen wrenches don't fit in the can, but they fit right there nice. So there we go. So there's my gracious gift from my buddy Bob that I greatly appreciate. His visits and his presence. All right, everybody. God bless. I'm healing pretty good. Pain is reducing. Still working on the bending. That's the toughest part. Straightening has become pretty easy. I can get it almost straight, but I'm less than 2 weeks out. So I'm like 10, 11 days out. So, not even. I'm 9 days out. 9 days out tonight. So I got some more to go. I'll be good. God bless everybody. CW out.